Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the English with Neil podcast. This is your host, Neil Humphrey, and today you will learn about the 7 virtues. So something that I've always been interested in since I was younger is something called philosophy. Philosophy is an area of study that talks about reasoning, logic, why are we here, what makes a person good, what makes a person bad. And so that's just something that I've always been interested in. And inside of philosophy, there's something called a virtue. So a virtue is basically something that describes a good person. What makes a good person? So today I'd like to share with you the 7 virtues. Now, these virtues obviously will be different depending on your country or your culture or maybe something that you believe in. But these are just general virtues. They're just general. I think the world shares a lot of these ideas. So today, I just wanted to share the 7 virtues with you. And some of this vocabulary may be a little difficult. So I'm going to try my best to explain these ideas as best that I can. But just know that some of these words are a little difficult. And honestly, some of these words you have probably never heard of, or you will probably never use them in regular life. Some of these words I've never used them in regular life, but they're just good to know when talking about these ideas. So let's get started with the 7 virtues. So again, the idea is if you practice these 7 things, you will be considered a good person. People might look at you and speak highly of you. They might say good things about you if you practice these 7 things. So the first virtue is called prudence. Prudence. So the word prudence means to show care and thought for the future. And basically this means having good judgment. Having good judgment about your money, having good judgment about your time, having good judgment about the people in your life. So if you practice prudence, prudence is a noun. We can make this into an adjective by calling someone prudent. Oh, he is very prudent. He practices good judgment. So if you practice good judgment, you're a prudent person. So that is virtue number 1, prudence. Okay, virtue number 2 is justice. Justice. So the word justice refers to the idea of truth or being fair. So you hear this word justice a lot when you talk about the law, right? Judges, courts, lawyers. These are people that practice law, and inside of law, you try your best to be just. You try your best to make truthful and logical decisions that are based on reason and not emotions. So virtue number 2 is justice, trying your best to be just, truthful, and fair. Okay, virtue number 3 is called temperance. Temperance. Now, honestly, I've never used this word in my life, so don't feel too bad if you can't use this word because you probably never will. But temperance means doing things in moderation, not overindulging in things. Overindulging means doing things too much. So some things, sometimes we can laugh about people drinking too much alcohol, right? It's like, he's drunk, or, she's drunk. So it's kind of funny sometimes, right? But temperance teaches us to not overindulge in things. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to drink alcohol. It's okay to have junk food sometimes, but just don't do it too much. Don't overindulge, right? If you drink too much alcohol, you can't make logical and correct decisions. So it just teaches us that we shouldn't do things too much, okay, or overindulge. That is called temperance. Okay, virtue number 4. This is my favorite. Virtue number 4 is called fortitude. Fortitude. Now, the word fortitude means to be courageous, to have a strong mind, to have a tough spirit. And the reason why this is my favorite virtue is because when I became a full-time entrepreneur, I didn't realize how tough it would be. I didn't realize the mental, I guess, exhaustion, you can say, of being an entrepreneur, running your own business. It's a hard thing to do. Not everyone can do it. But if you have fortitude, you can be strong. You can be courageous. Having fortitude teaches you that if you are strong, you can go through anything in life and nothing will ever stop you. So that's my favorite, fortitude. Okay, virtue number 5 is called faith. Faith means to have a strong belief about someone or something. So for my kids, I have faith that my kids are going to be successful. I have a strong belief that my family is going to be there for me when I need them. You also use the word faith a lot when you refer to religion, right? If someone has strong faith, that means they have a strong belief about something. So virtue number 5 is faith, having a strong belief about something. Okay, virtue number 6 is hope. This is also a good one. I think every person, every culture can agree with this one. Hope. Hope is a desire to expect something better in life. To hope, you expect to have a better life, more opportunities, right? You see on the news, people leave their countries to go to other countries because they're hopeful. They're hopeful for a better life in that new country. People swim across dangerous oceans and go on these dangerous boat rides because they're hopeful for a better life. So having hope gives you faith in and a belief that things will be better in the future. Okay, and our last virtue, number 7, is charity. Charity means to give. I think in a lot of cultures, giving is pretty prominent. Here in Japan, there's a big gift giving culture. People give a lot of gifts, a lot of small gifts. In America, charity is very big. Not pretty big, it's very big. Charity, right? There's a lot of organizations. There's a lot of charity organizations, right? Like the Red Cross, UNICEF, all of these are charity organizations, and their mission is to give maybe money, maybe even to give their time. So giving, you don't always have to give with money. You can also give with time by volunteering. That's another way to be charitable. So charity, you can say someone is charitable. That's an adjective. So to be charitable, you can give money or you can give your time, like volunteering. Okay, so these are the 7 virtues. If you practice these things, you will be considered a good person. And you're not going to be, we as people, myself included, we are not going to be perfect in all of these 7 areas, but they're just something to keep in mind, something to keep us moving forward. So let's repeat this one more time. The 7 virtues. Number 1 is prudence, showing care and thought for the future, having good judgment. Number 2, justice, being fair and truthful. Number 3, temperance, means not overindulging, not doing things too much. Okay, number 4, my favorite, fortitude, being strong, being courageous, having a tough spirit. Number 5 is faith, having a strong belief about something. Number 6 is hope, a desire to expect something better. And number 7, charity, to give, giving something of yourself to someone else. And those are the 7 virtues, everyone. I hope you learned something from this podcast today. Thank you again for listening, and I look forward to speaking with you in the next one. Take care, everyone, and talk to you soon. Peace.